some bad news for the Rock haters in this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm talking about, because for the last several months, everyone has been talking about the Great One. Everyone has been talking about what The Rock has been doing. And more importantly, not just on television. What is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, the People's Champion, what is he doing behind the scenes? What is he plotting? What is he changing? Right? Because WrestleMania 40 of what we knew in October, WrestleMania 40 what we knew in November, WrestleMania 40 what we knew in January, and WrestleMania 40 what we knew in February changed. Think about that. This is not only reported by the likes of Uncle Dave Meltzer or Wade Keller or Sean Ross Sapp or Fightful Select or PW Insider. This is actually confirmed by Cody, by Seth Rollins, by Punk, by Triple H, right? By Paul Heyman. All of these people have confirmed that this card has changed. And in a large part, it's due to The Rock. Now, it all started because CM Punk, he returned. He was going to win the right to challenge Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 40, but Punk got injured, so they had to change up some plans. Originally, Cody Rhodes was just going to challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 40. He was going to win the men's Royal Rumble match. Well, that happened, but then plots changed because The Rock, who was added to the TKO board of directors, well, he came in and said, look, we need to bump up this WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania 40. We need to do something about this Punk. He's out of this world title match. What are we going to do? Let's do Rock versus Roman Reigns. Screw Cody Rhodes. He can wait another year. That's essentially what he talked about, right? And then they did that segment on SmackDown, that famous segment that will go down in history, and the fans absolutely hated it. They hated it in attendance, and they hated it on social media, to the point where The Rock's like, oh no, we have to pivot. What are we going to do? So what do? They turn The Rock heel. They align him with his cousin Roman Reigns, and then they have Rock and Roman team against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins in the headliner of Night 1 WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. And that's exactly what happened. So you had Rock and Roman go over. Bloodline rules the next match, or next night for that match, with Rhodes versus Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal title. Cody goes over, despite the fact that they had so much outside interference, right? You had Rock in there, you had Jimmy in there, you had Solo, Undertaker, Cena, Rock, all of these people. Cody Rhodes, he finally finishes his story. He wins the undisputed WWE Universal title. Now, for the most part, the build up to WrestleMania 40, it was between The Rock and Cody Rhodes. It really, really was. To the point where people are like, are they building towards a Rock versus Cody match down the line? Then it was reported, okay, Rock is going to be taking time off after Mania. He's going to go film, I think it's called the Smashing Machines movie. It's about a former UFC fighter. And he's not going to be able to do it in Saudi Arabia in May. He's not going to be able to do it at SummerSlam in August. His filming commitments are through August 1st, and SummerSlam is on August 3rd this year. Then on Monday Night Raw, they do that segment where Rock and Cody tease a match. Rock says, I got to go away for a little bit, but when I do, I'm coming for you, right? It sets the scene. Uncle Dave Meltzer reports that while there is no current plan for Cody Rhodes versus Rock, or even the Rock's next match, Rock would prefer to work with Cody Rhodes, but he still wants to work with Roman Reigns. And that WrestleMania 41 is the idea. Now, this is pure speculation on my behalf, but it just kind of makes sense. Let's take a step back for just a quick second. And, well, so here's the point of today's video. With all that being said, The Rock took to Instagram. He said that, hey, his body feels great after WrestleMania 40. It's a little banged up, but he's going to go into another training camp. And then after he gets done with his movie projects, he has his sights set on his next WrestleMania. So that it ties in, right? It's WrestleMania 40 in 2025. This is that, and the combination of the reports, boom, okay? The haters, you're going to get to see more of The Rock on television. You don't like him? Too bad. He's going to be on television. What will be interesting is, will he be a heel or will he be a babyface? I absolutely loved his Final Boss character because it's a evolution of his Hollywood Rock persona from 2003. Hollywood Rock was a short persona. Final Boss may be, but I hope that he comes back as a heel because it was so enjoyable. As a Rock mark, I've always enjoyed him as a heel more than a babyface. He's just better in that way. But like, if you look at where things stand, so if he reportedly is on board for WrestleMania 40, essentially, right? He's pretty much said that. If his schedule works out, and I think it will. But if he reportedly prefers to work with Cody Rhodes, you've teased that match already. You've built up that match already. You can build on more of that feud going forward. And then you can work with Roman. This is what it sets in my eyes. So you do WrestleMania 40. He did the tag match, the Bloodline storyline, right? He came back. He did that. Then they pivot towards the Cody Rhodes program at WrestleMania 41. You can have Cody go over Rock. No big deal. Then set it up somehow, some way, either Roman costing the match. The next night, Roman says, "You disappointed our family," right? Whatever. That builds to a WrestleMania 42 match. Rock versus Roman. Roman goes over. It's a trilogy of Rock working manias. Because let's take a step back. Look at The Rock's last run. So he came back at WrestleMania 27. He was the host. He got involved in John Cena versus The Miz for the WWE title. He cost John Cena the WWE title to The Miz. The same match that Miz got a concussion in and does not remember that main event match. The following night on Raw, you set up Cena versus Rock a year in advance, okay? WrestleMania 28, you have Rock go over Cena. Boom, there's your second year. Fast forward, a year later, boom, WrestleMania 29, Cena goes over Rock, gets a WWE title. There's your trilogy, okay? At WrestleMania 30, Rock was supposed to do something. It did not work out. I believe that was a year where it was going to be Rock versus Triple H. Don't hold me to that. That may have been 2015. I know 2015, they originally wanted to do something with Rock and Ronda Rousey, Stephanie, and Triple H. But that didn't work out with Ronda. Okay, yes. Okay, so it was not WrestleMania 30. He was not playing for that. It was WrestleMania 32 in 2016 because Rock and Triple H did that backstage segment on SmackDown. And originally it was going to be Rock versus Triple H. They couldn't do that. Rock did a brief match with Eric Rowan, right? If you want to call it as a match. He let him out with the rock bottom. Triple H obviously defended the world title against Roman Reigns and lost it in a god-awful match. If y'all need to see a bad match, go back and watch Triple H versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 32. That was horrible. Oh my God. Very plotting. Anyway, so yeah, the Rock haters, you need to buckle up. It's going to be a long ride for you.